looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Nyheim Hines on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers looking deep for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bears will extend their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Bears 14, Colts nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
On the return, the Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Buster Screen. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when you intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the ball is knocked out. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
First down, Indiana.
Good catch there by Jack Doyle, who went to the Pro Bowl in 2019, but now has a new quarterback in Phillip Rivers, and he wants to be the Antonio Gates that Phillip Rivers threw to with the Chargers.
Ball carrier.
Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop.
It's now.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Rivers on the money, complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Zach Pascal.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
That's complete to Marlon Mack. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
It's a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pick.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down and 8. Here's Rivers. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Rivers on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Khalil Mack getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
For the Colts.
on as the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 22. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now it's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
I would think that by now people are underestimating Tariq Cohen because of his stature when they see him at about 5'6", 5'7". But he can do it all. He can run inside, run to the perimeter, but he also catches the ball really well out of the backfield. And he had more receptions than carries last season. He kind of looks like Darren Sproles, who's been his inspiration as an NFL player. In 2018, Tariq Cohen was a Pro Bowler as well.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game. And he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. John Mooney with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
5-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yardage he wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put it on the ground way too often at Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Rivers. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On 4th down, they snap it to Rivers. And he's got his man Hilton. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
1st down, Indianapolis.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Rivers. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Zach Pascal, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
The score, Bears 21, Colts 7. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've had a very solid 1st half, and as we near the end of that 1st half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. So you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this 1st half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They go play action with Trubisky. Going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as the Bears push further out in front.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers looking for Campbell downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into...
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. This is caught by Robinson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He's going to go for a big play down. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
And inches at the 8-yard line.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Play action. It's Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Kari Willis just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Play action. Now Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They go play action. Trubisky. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Check cross, check cross, check cross. Hey, check 24. Alert. Go 50 against the mic. 3 bud. Lock in.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. I'm glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rivers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Buster Screen. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. This time, Trubisky will throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears use this short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're going to get now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. But I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The score, Bears 42, Colts 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. On the return is Hines. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
First down, Rivers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Check 13. Check 13. Check 10. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Rivers hands this one to Matt. And he stopped immediately there.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On third down, Rivers. Campbell making the catch. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Rivers
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Gotta do better. Come on.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also moved the sticks.
First down, Indianapolis.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Check 43.
First and 10, Taylor now. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Taylor, the Colts.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Again, it's Taylor. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Colts on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. On the handoff, it's Mack. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Rivers on 4th down. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 20-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And down he'll go at the 25.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking.
Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. And some room to maneuver. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
The ball carrier.
Marlon Mack, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Bears 42, Colts 14. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A Chicago first down. The former Jag, Allen Robinson, on the catch from Trubisky.
34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky going up top. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't expect a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment. I
think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers taken in by the tight end Doyle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 21-yard line.
Undercrunch. Slam.
They try again with Cohen. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards there and a first down.
Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. Today's final score, Bears.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about